What's up, Backgammon fans? In this video we're gonna talk about pips. So what is a pip? Well, a pip is one unit of distance in the game of backgammon. So a checker, let's say this checker placed on the 6 point, this checker has got 6 pips to go home. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this checker here has to move 6 pips in order to be born off. So this checker has a pip count of 6. So the pip count, that's the total count of all the checkers for each player. In the opening position, each player has 167 pips to go. So the back checkers over here on the 24 point, well, since we call it the 24 point, that means that it has 24 points to go for the checkers to be born off. So these two checkers, that's 2 times 24, so 48 pips. Up here on the 13 point, we got 5 checkers. So that's 5 times 13, 65 pips. Down here we got 3 on the 8, so that's 24 pips. And here on the 6 point, we've got 5 checkers, so that's 6 times 5, 30 pips. A total of 167 pips. When a checker get hit, let's say we hit it with a 4 here, it has to start all over. This checker just lost 2 pips and it goes to the bar and has to re-enter. So that is simply what the pip count is. What strategic implication does the pip count have? Well, the player ahead in the race, so that's the player with fewer pips to go. If he can simply just steer the game into a racing position with no more checkers getting hit, he will be a big favorite to win in an end game where it's just a race. The player who's down in the pip count, he needs to try to hit a checker to gain up in the race, or he can try to block your opponent's back checkers. So the race has a very important strategic feature on the game. So let me give you an example here. Let's say we have a position, blue has an advanced anchor out here, so does white. But blue is more advanced with his checkers, so he already got all of these checkers into his home board. So as we can see, blue is leading the race here because blue has got fewer pips to go. White still has a lot of checkers out here in the outfield, while blue already got a lot of his checkers into the inner board. Let's say blue were to roll a double 5. Well, there's only one idea here, and that is you need to race. When you're ahead in the race, then race. That's rule number 1 in backgammon theory. So the right play is to bring these checkers all the way home as far as possible. And next time, see if you can clear the midpoint and you're gonna win the race. Okay, what about this position? Let's alternate this position a little bit. So let's say it was white who was leading in the race. So now white has got checkers in his home board. If blue were to run in this position with double 5, it would be a blunder. Why? Because blue is down in the race. So blue needs to stay on his anchor and try to hit a shot. So instead he could play something like make a 3 point here and then bring a builder down. So this shows you how the race is actually the prime factor to decide on your strategy in the game. When you're ahead in the race, then race. If you're down in the race, stay back, try to hit a turnaround shot.
Backgammongalaxy.com